Hey kids, you like that rock and roll?
Don't worry, don't be afraid, ever. This is just a ride.
On the program this evening,
Four Brothers Podcast.
Welcome to Four Brors Podcast. Today we have the legendary comedian Darren Matthews. Thank you for coming on, mate.
Thanks very much.
What's
Never been
the
called
crack?
legendary in my fucking life. That's great.
He does the best intros, you see. That's why he's ready to do
I only
that.
do the intro. That's it. That's
Why, because you're so nice. You give everyone these lovely intros.
so nice, me ours. The legendary.
I pretends to be.
Aye. And now the second ginger comedian we've had on.
That's true as well.
That's the running theme. We have to keep that up, like.
Yeah, I was supposed to be first, but the schedules just didn't match up at all. So
Fuck's sake.
So, fuck's sake, Justin fucked it up.
Justin beat me to the punch. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
That's just gonna. That's all we're having on. Just ginger comedians.
Hang on, is this the first recording in the new studio?
You're the first guest in the new
Is it?
studio.
That's okay.
Aye,
Fucking
yeah.
set designed by Harvey Weinstein. That's one. That's right. I've just been lured to a house in the middle of the
And he's
worst.
here
Good time.
Harvey
Yeah.
Weinstein has fucking nightmares about us. Not the other way around.
So, Darren, comedian, what's the crack in the comedy scene these days?
Comedy scene these days is flying.
It is, yeah. It's
It is doing quite well, to be fair.
for like, I mean, we grew up like we're not too far from your age, saying that, but back in like probably like 2008 and stuff, like the comedy scene wasn't really what it is now. It's kind of like, it was
When we were growing
it's
up, there wasn't
thriving,
that many Northern Irish comedians that you liked. Like, honestly, the only one I can remember is Patrick Keatley.
Yeah,
It would have been at that point there was just less people doing it, and it would have been sort of there was only really one comedy club, which would have been the Empire in Belfast. I started in 2011.
Yeah.
Right.
The Pavilion, which was the open mic, started in 2009. A guy called Graham Watson, and it was very sort of very kind of punk rock because nobody knew what they were doing,
Aye.
but everyone was organising everything themselves. So
Yeah.
the people that came forward to do it sort of ended up running the whole kind of thing. Like I ended up running gigs about a year into doing comedy, or whenever I got back from Australia, because I knew how to run shows from playing in bands and
Yeah.
being a punk rocker and stuff.
crosses over, like.
So right, we need somebody who knows how to fucking run a show. So we were doing that, and then it kind of all, it all snowballed. And then obviously with COVID and stuff, everyone being trapped in their house, the podcast all took off.
Yeah.
Everyone's flying. I'm
must have helped, like.
opening for like Paddy McDonald at the minute. He's doing like a full regional tour after doing 2 nights in the arena.
There seems to be like a
That's pretty cool, man.
quite well doing sort of comedy club in every wee area in Northern Ireland now. It's like comedy clubs everywhere, and they're all thriving. Like,
And have you one here yet?
no,
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 we don't.
you
I don't
don't.
think there'll be one here, like. Whoever here may be.
No, I don't think people.
That's why I wasn't sure whether it was here.
I don't think people would take to it as much. No, definitely.
I've done a gig here before.
have you?
Yeah. I don't want. Do you know what? I can't even do the joke now because we can't
just
reveal our
that.
sources.
No, just say it, and we'll take out the wee bits that we need to.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. I did a gig down in. It was one of the bars down in the town. I was opening for Kieran Bartlett.
Was that not too long ago?
It was not too long ago,
Yeah,
and I got
that's
up and I said, "Here's the bit you bleep." Okay, I said that it was very like Newry, where I'm from.
Yeah.
2 towns that look better after a flood.
Terrible.
So there
That's
you
a
go.
good one. It looked way better after it was flooded.
Yeah, it was like
Way
Venice,
better.
only instead
It
of
was lovely.
gondolas, it was just human
It
shit.
was lovely. Yeah, it was lovely.
Just fucking
It
rats.
was
and
good
everything.
crack.
Horrendous. We had a lovely video of a guy like going for a swim in the flooded part in Newry. Everyone was like, "Oh, isn't he mad crack?" And I was like, "That man definitely has meningitis."
Yeah, there's
That
people
is
flying around
human
jet skis and all, like,
detritus.
mad.
Rapids.
Only here, like. Only here and fucking South Brazil. Does that happen? Like,
Yeah,
you know?
there was that, and then there was a great video in Newry of a guy who wanted into like, it must have been one of the owners of like Friar Tuck's in Sugar Island, and he really wanted in. One of the council workers was like, "No, he can't be going down there." I was trying to row for him, and I was like, "There's a man really wants a chicken burger."
Fucking hell. Just rowing for it. Swimming.
I don't think they're open it, but all right, we're
Just go fuck it, like, yeah, I could do without, like.
I'll
Jesus
swim
Christ.
over and see just for the crack anyway.
It might be open. It might be open.
This is good. I also should point out as well, I come from a house of 4 brothers as well, so this is like Christmas in my mass. And I'm from South Armagh, balaclavas and everything.
Yeah,
so
there you go.
It's all good.
Instead of Christmas jumpers, you
So
have a wee
it's-
Christmas tree on your belt.
It's comforting for you almost.
Talking about balaclavas, you have a story for us then?
A wee balaclava story.
Yes, so something I was, because I was trying to
This is
wander
it.
around. No, this is trying to figure out who's who, and because it was just like, right, everybody, show me who I'm talking to before we get this recording.
Yeah.
Even we don't know. We're just like,
Who's who? I don't even know him.
Yeah.
We've never met. I'm only joking. I'm only joking.
Do you want to be mad if somebody ever needs a like? if somebody ever needs like annual leave or a bit of time off, you could probably just get one of your mates to
I sit in.
just sit there and fuck up. Our boy's not here today, so fucking Jamie down the road's gonna sit in for you.
Well, all Martin does is just go.
I just sit here and do nothing.
Martin just chimes in when we
Cool, man.
You chip in with a complaint when it needs it.
Yeah.
It's fucking edgy.
You're right, he is a wanker.
He's a fucking cunt. Fuck's sake. Get him out.
But I think that's why this works so well. You know what I mean? Because we're so comfortable with each other.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
very
Like,
chill.
there's
My buddy is a guy called Gino Lynch. Gino makes a web series called Taxi Joe. It's about a taxi man based in Newry.
Yeah.
Now, Gino, years ago, we made like a piss take. We made like a fake trailer for a movie where there was like a pastiche of Reservoir Dogs, but it was set down Newry. It was called Reservoir Republicans. And the way he did it was whenever we were doing the scene at the start where Mr. Pink, Mr. Blonde, all that stuff, we all had a balaclava to match our name.
oh, very good.
So
Very good.
I'll find a few before we go. But
Yes,
it was good laugh
please
because
do.
we did
We'll
that, and
put it up for you.
we all had different coloured balaclavas, and
Yeah.
we realised we were shooting on like a Sunday morning. This, doing the slow mo, us walking down the street. The cops drove past, and we were like, "This is four lads in the middle of Newry in fucking balaclavas."
Did they stop?
They did to stop. They were like. And then we had to go over and be like, we're filming a wee comedy, and they were like, oh, yes, I like, yeah. And then we're like, after that, we're robbing a post office. But
the fucking Pride or
The gay?
IRA have the Pride parade. The gay
Rainbow
IRA.
balaclava.
Bring it
IRA,
back.
but
The gay
The
IRA.
grey.
so we thought that was funny. We didn't realise that. We were just like, yeah, there'd be nobody about on a Sunday morning. Oh yeah, except the fucking cops.
Yeah.
Same driving past us, walking down the quays in Newry, but like,
We done something
I
similar.
we
to
drove
that,
about my car with the balaclavas on, filming a podcast.
So we're trying to find somewhere like secluded, and we're like, should we put on the balaclavas yet? And we're like, I don't know, don't think we should yet. And then we were like, we parked outside someone's house, and we're like, we'll do it here. And they're like, no, they're going to just be looking out the
There's
fucking
four
window. Like,
people sitting in a car
Yo,
with
love-
balaclavas on.
love, there's fucking wee boys in balaclavas with microphones and shit outside.
Get the kids! Run!
there's a house around the corner from me, and they have their car, but they have with the headrest, they have a balaclava over the head. Or like
I've
a
seen
stitch.
that. I've
Yeah,
seen something
yeah,
They've
like
done
that.
that. I was walking the dogs one day and in my headphones in, so I couldn't hear. And I turned around and looked into the car, and I thought the fucking UDA was following me. Scared the shit out of me.
It's a good idea,
The wee
like-
shop over there, there
I
was
like
a car
it.
like that, and I looked in, and I was like, fucking hell, for a second.
It's a good idea though. I like it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
ain't nobody nicking that car.
Yeah,
It's
sort
like,
of fuck.
fuck, somebody in that.
It's
Yeah.
a good idea. Like,
Just the fucking IRA member just hangs it on the back just until he's back to his car.
Here, I didn't want to steal the car. It worked anyway. But so
Yeah.
this is good, right? I'm the first one in the new location, so that's okay.
This is the new.
This is the
Here,
news.
pull that.
In case somebody looks in and goes, four lads in there fucking balaclavas.
All the way through.
ring a fucking place, sir, will you?
Yeah, we were doing it in Jake's house there for a while, and we were afraid of his landlord kind of going by a few times, like, because we did leave the window open a wee bit sometimes.
And sure, when Justin come up, he went to my landlord's house by mistake.
So sensational.
And he's like, he's a wee old farmer. And like, Justin said he pulled in. And the guy was like, what are you doing here? What do you want? He was like,
Podcast.
podcast.
yeah.
And my landlord was like, what the fuck's a podcast?
Might have one in the cupboard
I'm
here.
not sure what they are, boy, but I'll have a look. Like,
Have a look.
yeah, I might have one in the
The
car.
wife might have a packet.
Sounds like for feeding cattle. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Say that podcast.
Fuck's sake.
It's fine. Right? So who is who then? Because obviously we can't reveal our sources where we are.
No.
We can. You do have. I love you. Just like we'll definitely cover our faces, but then also use our real names.
So
I didn't want to use our real names. It's this boy over here.
Gareth's the eldest.
I buy like what? 2 months? Fuck off.
And then Jake, and then myself, David,
And then Andrew,
and Martin is the
And
youngest.
Andrew's the youngest.
Us three, we're brothers, and Jake
No,
is,
we're
the,
not.
is the
I'm
adopted
adopted.
brother.
Yes,
That's a lie.
I gather that he's the handsome hair underneath the.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah.
He's quarter black.
He's a swarthy one.
So Christian, believe it or not, we've got a Jamie on
Yo.
screen at the minute.
We'll bleep that, don't worry, we'll bleep it.
Yeah, we have
We'll
our
bleep it.
producer.
Stop
yeah.
doxing
Gives a wee
people
little-
when they don't want to be
gives a wee
doxed. Only swear to Christ, like everybody, like
This is the first time. Huh?
Yeah.
He doesn't want to do it.
He's like, I'm going to introduce him and absolutely go straight to the race thing. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, aye.
This is our
That's what
quarterback plan.
happens.
We're not racist.
Don't worry. In my house now, there's 3 redheads in my house, and then we have one normal looking bro. So
The adopted one, like
yeah,
The adopted
sorry about
one,
it. Well, we tried telling him he's adopted, but he actually just looks like they've cloned my dad, so we can't even be like, no, he's
You're
definitely
all
ours.
adopted then.
Yeah.
But then again, you know.
No. We all have the sort of like varying degrees of red hair, so we look a bit like a jeweler's colour chart. Like, well, do we paint the hall? Do you want that auburn? Do you want that sort of strawberry blonde thing Darren's got going
You
on?
got
So-
it all.
But no, we had that as well. Even I remember asking my ma. So I have a brother called Gareth as well.
Right.
Remember,
That's me.
you know, yeah,
Hellos.
absolutely.
Reveal
Go on.
yourself. It's been him the whole time.
Do you know what as well? See names like that, isn't it always lovely when you know there's another one out there?
Yeah, it's like there was actually 2 in my school, and that's it.
There's a lot of them. Like
Yeah.
I've met so many.
But everybody's of a certain age. This is the same thing with my name that I've noticed. So anybody called Darren is basically either between the ages of 45 and about 30, and after that, nobody called their kids Darren.
They just left it alone after that. It was done.
But
Was
I
it?
remember chatting to my ma because obviously I'm like the 3rd kid, so attention-seeking middle child, perfect for comedy, right? Bingo. Sorry,
Perfect for crazy, yeah.
So we had this thing going on where I remember saying to my mum, I was like, "Why did you like pick everybody's name?" You know, my mum was like, "Well, oldest boy's called Gareth because you know surname's Matthews. It's a Welsh name. I thought Gareth Matthews sounded nice." I goes, "That does sound nice, yeah." I says, "What about the next fella? He's called Declan. Nice Irish name. She wanted an Irish name for one of her sons, Declan Matthews." I goes, "That's good, that's good." And she says, "How'd you pick my name?" And the 3rd born, just out of fucking effort, my man just went, popping her name at the time.
We needed a shape one in there.
I was like, this was like the Jack of 1985.
It's not a
Everybody
bad
called her.
name. Fuck's sake.
I
That's
do
the-
ask my mum,
you know.
where did you come up with Gareth? And she doesn't say Welsh. It was like, why Welsh names? Like, don't know. Just liked it. You know, it's just nothing. Just like, because David was named after one of our grandas. Weren't you?
But then some was it? Could just be named.
I don't
Do you know what I
know.
mean?
And then Martin.
Is it not all Bible?
I
It
don't
says
know.
not Bible.
Well, no.
I think it's Bible.
There's no Martin in the Bible.
No, yeah, I wasn't.
There's
I
a
wasn't-
Marty.
wasn't sure.
Is it Marty?
Marty of Babylon.
Oh, Marty, like, good Marty, like. Fuck's sake. Oh, sorry, it was different Bible,
Marty the
not the one not one you should talk about.
That's okay.
Have you any children?
No.
No.
Have you any
I
children?
can barely afford the 2 dogs, so decided not to have kids.
That is your children, really.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
And they can let themselves out for a piss, so I'm like, I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it.
Even yours can't do that yet, do it.
The dogs are the kids.
Both, mate. Both.
The wife.
No, I don't actually. I'm just, you know, I think different reasons people don't have kids or people do have kids. I just thought, you know, the world's fucked, and I really like 3 holidays a year, so I just haven't bothered yet.
I have
Yeah.
no time.
I wouldn't
David.
have the time for it.
Yeah, David's fucking life's fucking mad at the minute.
Yeah, what are you even doing here?
3 kids.
What are you doing
He never has time for anything. Like,
You know what I mean?
where's Daddy? Yeah, you don't want to know.
Yeah, he's got a balaclava on and he's over the road there.
Never home.
he's doing paramilitary stuff, but like not bringing any money in from it.
Oh man, fuck them kids.
I do actually feel like I've been brought in for a talking to about my paramilitary debt.
That's
They're
it.
right there, you know.
Make you for drugs. I was like, I don't do drugs. Must be a wrong way.
We did not know what this was for.
We won't do
Yeah,
your knees
secretly,
in.
this is what you're in for.
I thought you
Is
were
it?
here to give
Yeah.
us money, like.
No,
No.
no, bah. Just take euros. I'm from the border.
Oh,
All right.
100%.
Yeah, anything, mate.
Taking your holiday.
Take
Take a fucking
anything.
hand off.
Franks. So
No.
you're a drummer.
I am.
I've seen on your Instagram.
That's my hobby. Whenever I'm trying to, that's why I'm a very calm person.
You get it all out in the drums, like
Absolutely, yeah,
Bill
yeah.
Burr style.
Don't hit people, and also
That's middle child syndrome. Like he just
Yeah.
punches the drywall.
that's a good idea. You don't play drums, no?
Oh no.
Just drywall.
I'd recommend getting them. They're very calming.
I actually
He's really good on a drywall.
cannot
Like,
keep a beat. I've tried.
You
I've
fucking
tried.
keep
like,
it on the fucking
can't
drywall. all
Can't
right?
keep a beat. Like
Fuck's sake.
I tried that simple beat you were showing me.
nah, just 1, 2, 3, 4 sort of shit.
Can't do it. You know.
The
Well,
Ramones
yeah,
classic.
with a- and a 3.
Come on. I find drummers are very talented. It's a hard instrument, like very
Yeah.
hard instrument.
See, I thought it would be an impressive one when I was a teenager. I was like, unpressed girls getting a band, you know. I picked the drums and then I was just like, this will impress women. A man who can move 4 limbs at 4 different time signatures. Women prefer guitar players. They're all about the finger
I
technique.
suppose that made me think of something. Like.
Wait until you start moving that 5th limb.
Yeah, you're gonna hate. I brought this up then about fifth limbs. Or we're gonna talk about it.
That's
What's
fine.
that?
Drake's dick.
What about it?
Have we all seen it?
No.
It's all over the fucking internet.
Is it?
No.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Is this a new thing? Is it?
Yeah, just happened. So
Is this like a leaked celeb nude thing?
I was sending nudes to whoever.
To the
and,
ether?
And they, just like, someone pick this up.
the apple cloud.
Started at the bottom, here's my dick. Fucking, and whoever he sent it to liked it, or whatever, a hacker got it, and it's just him lying on a bed that's way too big for him, in a hoodie, and no bottoms, and his dick in his hand, and it's massive. Like,
Just
it's,
Winnie the Pooh.
it's-
Like,
It would be.
yeah, Winnie
It
the
would be, wouldn't it?
Pooh.
Like-
P1 in it, you know what I mean? Like, he's P3
Oh,
taking a
bother.
piss, took all his trousers off,
right,
right?
straight down to the bottom.
And he's just holding a fucking pole in his hand, looking unhappy. And
Looking
it's-
unhappy?
Looking unhappy as fuck. He doesn't look happy at all.
I've got
He's
everything I want.
Canadian. They're
Like.
normally a cheery bunch, you know what I mean?
I know, but Drake's different.
And it's
isn't he?
cold up there, and the size of that for the fucking.
It was a
For a
fucking
bit of heat on.
hell, like, it was
Good luck,
shocking.
fire.
Like, I can't believe you didn't hear this. It literally happened the other day here. No,
Call me old fashioned. I'm just not googling rappers' dicks.
every day, Jake, that's Jake.
It's not once a day. Every week.
Right.
Every week you have to
Rappers'
check.
dicks.
You have to check every week, at least once.
I'm trying to think of like other people who have had leaked stuff. So it was
Oh,
like,
I tell you here, it's fucking.
no, I mean like so famous musicians. So what was it? Years ago, your man from Fall Out Boy had his dick on the internet.
Oh, that's right.
He went.
Oh,
Yes.
why?
Yes.
And
Yeah,
was it Hayley Williams from
Did he not
Paramore?
have like a sex tape or something? Maybe.
Did he?
I don't know.
Oh fuck! I
He
hope
seems
not.
like this person would like.
Yeah, I'll be depressing
Chris,
emo
Chris
bastard.
Pine, Chris Pine, the actor, his dick was leaked somehow. I don't know how.
No, he just had leaky dick.
He had leaky dick syndrome.
But
His
antibiotics,
dick
that's
was
what you read
actually
out.
leaking. Did I?
Where these leaked discs come from?
There's a video as well of it. Might have to put that up here. But you can't do that.
Of Drake's dick.
Of
We'll
Drake's
blur it out.
dick, yeah.
We'll put Drake's dick up.
Put my dick up.
Oh,
Said-
when they like
said
the photos
Drake's.
not enough. We're gonna go.
Yeah. You have to put them side by side to make sure it was real.
Yeah, she texted back
Do
being
you
like,
know what I
"That's
mean?
not fucking real." He was like, video.
I know, video.
Oh, right.
Poof,
Here's the
bitch.
video. Holding the newspaper up and all.
A wee bit of paper, I'm Drake.
So he
Yeah.
said
Ransom
it was,
note.
But here,
he
he's
said
like,
it was a bed that was too small for him,
no, too big.
too big for him.
Yes. Because obviously he's
small for his
rich
dick.
as fuck.
Too
Too small
big
for his dick. Too big for him.
Yeah, he had a
So
hangover.
it was
but-
too big for him.
You know what I'm saying?
Did it make the dick look bigger? Maybe because
The bed was so big, I thought it would make it look smaller, but I guess not.
yeah, it would have.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, can't see him and he sees dick from space.
he's just completely,
Like the
he's
Great
just
Wall of China.
completely like fucking owned it. Like he's just got up stage. He's like, I'm sure you've all seen that, and then he just starts making jokes about it. He's like, yeah, you liked it, didn't you?
He wouldn't if it had
don't
been
care,
small. Like, if it was just like.
Never thought I'd do this on camera. Let's Google Drake's dick.
Press a button. Press a button.
Let's see. It's bound to be on that. This is gonna be one of those
Chris,
Google image search where you're like,
Oh my
"I
God, got his phone.
don't do the safe search." So Drake's. Would it be penis for the polite people?
For
I think it
Canadians,
would be
for
penis,
Canadians, yeah, for Canadians, they don't say
Canadians.
dick. No,
Yeah, yeah.
they don't say. They're not allowed to say that.
Drake's. Da.
Drake's downstairs parts.
That is how polite they are.
That is, yeah. It's like.
Oh, fair play to him. You could play hurling with that.
Told you.
Oh wait, I mean, hang on. Those have been faked. Oh, maybe that's it there. Is that the one there?
He's getting a camogie stick.
No,
does he?
that's not even it. No,
That's not even. Now I'm just looking at. Now I'm just looking
I didn't need to
Big
say
black
just a big black man.
I'll not be sharing this one on my fucking Instagram. All right.
Delete your search history, mate.
Just smash my phone with a hammer on it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
No, lads, I'm sorry. The internet has absolutely hijacked this search, and there's just horrendous
we'll put
things.
it-
Yeah,
people
that's
have
what's
said.
happened, isn't it? They're just going to put everything that's not
We'll put a
Drake's dick,
picture-
so you click on it.
We'll put a picture of Drake's dick here now.
I'll find it.
Because that edited, they're just like, you know, like in Fight Club where it's one frame.
But I'm gonna edit in something else, like Barney the dinosaur or something. Just
Oh, stop it.
I remember watching that when I first saw Fight Club years ago, and that the way David Fincher does that scene where it's
Yeah.
like, you know, it's the one frame because it's like,
yeah, yeah. Brilliant, like.
That's just a dick, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you're
Yeah.
watching the movie, it's one of those ones where it happens in the actual movie.
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah,
edit, you're
yeah,
just like,
yeah.
fucking, did I see that?
Are we, can
Very
we do
good,
that,
like-
Chris? Can we put a?
You're like, am I on acid again?
No,
Yeah.
you
we're gonna
can't.
do that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna
Can
do
you do that?
We're gonna subliminally put Jake's dick in this one.
Right.
Well, that's being,
Said Drake's.
Yeah.
Said Drake's.
Well, we've been saying it's tricks.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that.
is that the Cordia's black?
I'm not saying if it's a quarter, that's saying a lot. Like,
Just a quarter of his dick's black.
A quarter of my body, but
just one ball, just one big ball, one big black ball.
oh, it's all balls. Like,
I can
it's
do
all
it.
balls. That counts for weight.
we wait.
That counts for weight. I don't give a fuck.
I would
Counts
suggest
for
going
weight.
to the doctor if it's just one shiny black.
Just one big black ball. What's that?
Mate, that is a contusion.
Fucking bruised.
Yeah,
2 pound.
bruised fucking hernia.
Listen here, son. Have you got any black parents?
No.
No. Oh well. No,
It's just
that's
been
the
like
end of the
this.
window.
I just thought I was mixed race because my ball's big and black.
No, son, cancer.
Fuck.
AIDS of the balls.
Actually, that should be one for medical research. Has anybody ever figured out why your penis is darker than the rest of your body?
Jake.
Mine's darker than the rest of my
That's a
body too,
funny
so it's
thing,
darker than
because
even.
Your
I
body's
always
darker
thought of
than your
that.
dick.
I was like, it never gets any sun.
No,
it never
dick's
gets
darker.
any sun, but it's the most tan part of your
It is.
body.
It is, isn't it?
Your
Do you know
D's
what
getting
it
no
is?
vitamin D.
It's because I reckon if you were to stretch the skin
You
out, it
just
wouldn't
took
be
the
so
words.
tanned.
Took the words out of my penis.
It's all crumpled up.
So,
it makes it look
right,
darker.
right. So when it's
Oh,
hard, you're like,
yeah.
I
Oh,
see
so when
colour
you
now.
get it-
That's why black don't crack. That's why black doesn't crack. It just folds. You know what I'm saying?
Same colour now. You're like, your dick's so dark. Give it a second.
Jake's
love.
onto something there.
Rub the nipples or something,
Yeah,
is he?
it's because it stretches out when the skin kind of becomes.
I think that's what it is. Because Drake's dick, white. Completely stretched out.
The skin that is stretched.
If you're still watching this episode, what the fuck are you doing? You're like, get a hobby, you loser.
White in all aspects, but not the size. White in all aspects, but
Not the size,
not
yeah.
the size.
That's how Canadian is.
That's how
Dick's
Canadian
white.
is.
Dick's white.
Play ice hockey with. Nice to live over there, and Drake owned like a couple of nightclubs and pubs and stuff in the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On about, I was trying to build this big house. The city wouldn't grant this planning. I was like, see where I come from, lad. See brown envelope, the right man.
Yeah,
You get that
yeah.
house built.
Yeah, definitely. Like,
I know. I've never met anyone who works in planning that had a shag car. How'd you buy that Mercedes? Bag of cash. By the way, have you seen that new house up on the top of the fucking? I allowed that
I've heard of that.
three-story in the middle of the country. Yeah.
I've heard of that happening. Like, definitely. Like,
Fucking,
But, so what do you do for fun around here? Apart from where
Just this
balaclavas
is what
and
we
it's
do.
balaclavas. Balaclavas, yeah.
balaclavas.
That's
Fight
it.
each other sometimes.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Beat
A lot of
fuck
fighting.
each other. We like to spar, grapple,
Grapple,
wee
yeah.
bit of jiu-jitsu.
So what do you do? Like two
Weird stuff.
semi-finals and then a final?
Yeah.
No. It's
Jake
just
always wins.
it's just who can last the longest. So it's me just raping them for about 45 minutes, and then someone tries to crawl away and just drag them back in.
Okay. Is it just like unsanctioned in the living room, or is there like a dojo somewhere where you're?
No, we have like mats. It's just our form of exercise. You know what I mean?
Well, fair enough. I mean, I just go for a run like a normal person.
Yeah. So we can wipe them down afterwards.
We are not normal.
That's okay. For me, I've been trying to find like new sports because I've got to the point where I'm 38, so I think I'm done, playing like football and hurling and stuff. Because if I play a match on a Sunday, I'm pretty much fucked till about Wednesday.
Oh, fuck it.
So I've been trying to do a bit of running, but I've only ever been used to running for like 15 meters at a time.
I like
So when
sprints.
somebody's like, "Can you do 10k?" I'm like, "What's that?
fucking
How far is that?" They're like 10k. You
10K,
you know?
yeah.
10,
All of it.
10 Ks? That's a K.
Yeah. So trying to do that, and then normally when I run, it's the proposition that I might either get a football at the end of it or I get to punch somebody.
No,
so
fuck.
that's
Are
my
there still
goal.
fights at it? Like, because I remember when we were like when I was a kid growing up and all, and you'd go and watch the football on the weekends. There's always fights. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I mean even like Saturday League soccer, you'll see a couple of boys punching the head at each other and then buying each other pints later on.
But still, like,
That's the best thing about it.
That's what you're going for. It's like you're like ice hockey's terrible, but see when there's a row.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yeah.
aye, that's true. Like,
Brilliant.
that is true. Like,
I don't know. I can't do any exercise that doesn't involve like a game. Like, say if I'm just running or
Just like
doing
the-
It
weights
needs to
and
be fun,
shit, I
yeah.
like to have like there's something we're doing. We're fighting each other, or we're playing a game of football or something. See if I'm just like walking
suppose
somewhere.
that's good
it's
for like one part of your exercise, but you have to not
That's
like some
because
of
you
it. That's the
have-
point of it.
Yeah.
You're
You lack
supposed to not like
motivation.
it. Fuck motivation. It doesn't last, does it?
Well, for certain people it does.
Doesn't for me. Just
Doesn't for me
discipline.
either, like-
Discipline
Actually, I might
lasts.
have to come back down. I think we might be doing comedians boxing again this year, so I might. You have to show me how to like suplex somebody with a pair of gloves on.
No bother. No
How to
bother.
suplex somebody when you can't grab them.
No problem. We'll make
Justin was
we'll
talking
make a
about
training
that,
montage like at a Rocky way.
I'm off that. That'll be all right.
yeah, fucking right. Let's do
Good
it.
crack. I won my fight last year and I had like a massive, with 3 chest infections before the fucking thing happened. I was
That's bad.
panic. And I got about trained for about 2 weeks and I was like, I'm going to get the shit kicked out of me again here. So,
Who are you fighting?
You won?
Sean McAlevey.
That's I think I've
Oh,
seen
very
that,
good.
Yeah, so did that. Everyone booed me because I have never boxed before. But coming from playing football, there was a bit where Sean went to like wrap me, obviously to get himself a bit of a breath. I was like, "What are you doing?" I like lifted him and threw him. And the referee
Not
was like, "Don't
Queensberry
we have
rules,
that?"
then.
And I got
Not
brought up.
Queensberry
My
rules,
corner
like-
man was like, "Come here, guy Paddy
What the fuck are you
McCrory."
doing?
He was like, "You can't do that." And I was like, "I've never fucking boxed before. What are you telling me for?" I didn't know. I was like, "You look, you haven't fucking kicked."
Get on the top rope and just fucking.
Yeah. I don't think I'm not getting the fight Sean again this year. So somebody says to me, "You doing a bit of wrestling this year?" I says, "No." I says, "We'll do like a heel turn in the wrestling where we'll let it look like he's going to get his revenge on me, and I'll just hit him with a chair."
Right, okay.
Right enough.
Just like somebody to distract the referee. Chair slides into the ring. Wham! Fucking.
Did you have a boxing name?
Yeah, I did. The Bestbrook Bomber.
The best.
The Bestbrook Bomber. Bestbrook's the wee village I'm from.
Bestbrook Bomber.
Very good.
So somebody said that was they thought that was offensive to victims of paramilitary violence. So this year I'm going to be the South Armagh swiper. I'm doubling down. I'm doubling down. Oh, very fancy.
Oh, wee buttons there. I was supposed to actually
put new
change
ones
them.
on?
No, didn't bother. We've
Did
still
you
got the
not?
old buttons.
Fuck's
Some of them don't
sake.
make any sense.
But yeah, if we're doing a
What's the
comedians
point?
podcast, and could you do a podcaster's podcast? You could probably
Podcaster?
you could enter 4 in. You could want to invite 4 people from other podcasts to come and review.
Yeah.
Pick a man each.
Huh?
100%.
Justy's got a podcast. Who else got one? You could probably get them in. Are We Comedy Club? They have a podcast.
Aye.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Does he
Get
want
them
with
in.
them? Fight them, I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Them in here and
sweet.
fight them.
Yeah, okay.
Podcaster boxing.
Amazing.
The 4 Brors versus User Hectic and fucking.
whoever.
Yeah. Speaking
Bring it, bring it.
Speaking of User Hectic, your man Soupy Campbell, he sent in a question for you about your experience in Australia as a comedian.
Yes. Soupy's
You want you to
a
talk about
fellow
that a
Newry
wee bit?
person.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was doing comedy for about a year and then I emigrated.
Right.
When I got out there, I asked everybody if, like, for gigs, and people were like, "Who the fuck's this guy?" And they wouldn't book me. So I entered like a comedy competition that I got to the final of.
Right.
Now, I would not say I was a very good comedian at that point.
This
'cause
is in Australia?
This was in Australia, in Perth. I wouldn't say I was a very good comedian at that point, but I had an accent that people thought was funny. So I was like, even if I don't have a funny joke to tell, I sound funny. So I got loads of bookings and I
That
got to do
happens a
some
lot in
really good
comedy,
clubs.
like. Yeah.
So I went from
That's
doing
a good one,
like
like.
open mic nights in Belfast to these fucking brilliant clubs, and then I did like a tour in the mines and stuff. And I was
Class.
going,
Class.
I am absolutely bluffing this. This is I am not good enough to be doing this, but I didn't fucking tell them.
Well,
So yeah, no, it was great. I got the gig all over Australia. I did a couple of comedy festivals there.
Yeah.
Did the Fringe Festival in Perth and Adelaide. I did the Melbourne Comedy Festival.
Class.
I don't know what way you started out, but you're certainly killing it now. Like your comedy's, I've been watching a lot of you. Like it's some good shit, man.
It's going well. I'm only getting into the whole thing with the online stuff. You got to do podcasts. You got to edit videos, which is not
It is, like-
obviously when you're like, well, I want to write and I want to perform.
Yeah.
So it's but it's just another thing you have to do.
That is
Needs
a
money.
Yeah,
like,
these
you know,
days,
you
like,
really
for
need to
sure.
be an online presence, like.
Definitely do. Like.
Somebody came to the show last night and Aaron McCallum was headlining and they had a clip on TikTok. Well, is this the guy on tonight? I was like, yeah. She's like, good. That's the only reason we bought tickets. And I was like, I've just been up here for 15 minutes. Thanks very much. Go fuck yourself.
Who are you?
Yeah. What's your name again? I was like, good one.
Fuck's sake.
But the classic one you get where I MC a lot of shows. Now, I said earlier on, to be an MC, you have to be a good comedian. Not all. So what is it? All MCs are comedians. Not all comedians are MCs, right?
yeah.
So there's only so many people can do it, and it does happen from time to time, which really fucking hurts your feelings because you're working up there to get everybody welcome, get the crowd warmed up.
Yeah.
Guaranteed, every couple of months you'll come off stage and somebody will go, "Mate, you're really funny. You should do comedy as well."
Fuck's sake.
What are you,
And
the
you're like,
barman or something? You're just trying to
Fuck, you should get into this here.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
not bad.
Yeah.
You should get in this, but give us a pint of Guinness, please, mate.
Like I'm standing beside the bar waiting to go back up.
Yeah.
No, I did Australia and then I did the same when I went to Canada and New Zealand, so it was good.
Yeah, that's sweet, like.
Absolutely use that accent.
How long were you in Australia for?
But 3 years in total.
3 years.
So I did a couple of years and then went back and went to live somewhere else and came
And
back again.
did comedy fund your time over there?
It did for a while, yeah. I did have to work as well, so I did usual stuff. Yeah, labouring on building sites. I worked in Irish bars.
Oh, sweet.
Good. Just whatever. You're travelling, it doesn't matter. You're
Labouring and
That's true,
building
yeah.
sites, working in Irish bars. You
That's
couldn't
what we
be
do.
any
Like,
more Northern Irish.
that's
there,
what we
like.
do.
Absolutely.
Like, go to somewhere else.
No
That's what we do.
ties.
Like.
You were just single man, just on.
Yeah, he didn't even need.
No, when I was over there, I was over there with a girlfriend the first time I went over. So, but it was dead on. I was
You
able
must-
to gig away and do the whole
You
thing.
mustn't have needed a resume for that labouring job. Just I'm Irish. Fucking get him on.
Absolutely.
Get him in here.
Okay,
Yeah.
foreman.
Can you carry bricks and do what you're told? I can now.
Fucking right. That's all Irish people do.
So that's all right. No, so I did that. It was look. Whenever you're away, I think people are the same here. If you need to work and you need a job, just do fucking whatever.
Yeah, you'll do whatever.
It's not
comes
like when you
your
take
way,
a labouring job, you're like, well, this is me for 50 years and then I'll retire. You're not going to do that. You're back in Liverpool that long. So
Fuck.
no, I did that. It was great. And then obviously, they think the fucking Irish are great out there for working, so it was good.
So everybody, like the whole fucking country's Irish now, Australia. Well, it used to, that's where they came from anyway.
Yeah,
All
exactly.
fucking Irish
English,
people that were
is it not though?
English and Irish criminals just sent to Australia. So
Irish
it pretty
too?
much is like
Yeah,
loads
they
of
used to
different
say that it was, that one where
What do you call him? Heath Ledger.
ones. Ned Kelly.
Ned Kelly.
Heath Ledger. He fucking.
I see how you got those mixed up. They're both dead.
Heath Ledger. No, what
No,
was
he
it?
He played
Ned
Ned Kelly.
Kelly.
He played Ned
No, it
Kelly.
was the Joker. Actually, it was the Joker that was sent over to Australia, and he was a criminal.
Yeah, if you ever hear the Aussies talking about English people, they call them POMs.
Palms.
Yeah,
I've
our
heard that
£10
there,
POM used to
I've heard
be
that.
how you got out there years ago. It was a tenner for a ticket.
Right.
And you got to Australia. But the POM is an abbreviation because the Aussies are too fucking lazy to say sentences, so they abbreviate everything. So POM is Prisoner of Mother England. So my mum's uncle, he moved out to Sydney in the 50s.
Prisoner of
And people would
Moscow.
be like, oh, you a POM? He's like, I will fucking glass you. You call me you call me English, you prick. You know what I mean?
Fuck's sake.
That's madness.
So no, it was good, man. It's good to get away. Do you ever, have any ever worked abroad or any of that crack? Or are you all local?
Nah, I haven't. Like,
No, we're local enough.
I lived in
I
lived in Spain for a few years. Like
Yeah.
worked out there.
You're not mixed race at all. That's a fucking tan, you can't. How was Spain?
hasn't
What were you
worn
doing out there?
Just chilling out, like
Fag runs.
potatoes and fairgrounds.
I can see you trying to. How do I not tell about the illegal
he
shit?
was growing potatoes. He was
Growing potatoes.
loads of
Potatoes.
You fucking.
Growing
I had
potatoes.
no luck with the potatoes.
I had some luck, and then I had really, really bad luck. And well, it wasn't actually luck. It was I don't know, fucking.
Just
somebody
arrived
else's-
90 years too late to join in the
somebody
Spanish
else's
Civil War.
fault. But yeah, no, it was for me. It was a bit mad because I wasn't doing what you were doing. I was doing, untaxed potatoes. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's fine. Look,
And
I
it was
mean,
hard.
I did farming work in Australia too. To get my second visa, I worked on a vineyard. So yeah, I'm growing crops. If you know what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Shit there.
No, vineyards, grapes, wine.
Oh, well.
Yeah, Margaret River wine producing. Mate, if you want
There's a
apples,
lot
go
of that.
fucking
There's a
Armagh.
lot of that. Like seriously, you go and get like the best wine ever for like €2 a bottle. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I
Yeah, I
mean? It was
remember you
great
rang
that
me
way, like.
one time. You're saying like you were just like in Spain they don't have like measures; they'll just pour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and you were
Yeah.
saying you spent like $2 or whatever, 2 pesos
Euros.
or euros. Let's just euros. Welcome to the
England for
21st
fucking
century.
Mexico.
Welcome to the 21st century, folks. And you just said you asked for a Jack Daniels or a whiskey,
Yeah.
and they just poured you like a
Yeah,
fucking.
a half a glass like of thing.
Of
And they just
some
look
kind
at
of
you. They'll look at you to
that
if
enough?
see if you're going to stop, and then they'll just not stop until they go like, do you know what I mean? Like at least like that much. You know what I mean? Whereas here they're just spitting in the bottom of glasses and giving it to you for fucking £4. Like,
fucking there's
the fuck
Ten-
are you supposed to do with that? Like,
€20 again. It's down Dublin.
oh fuck that.
We have legal. Everywhere's different. When you go, you have legal measure, and then when you go to the States, you ever seen them do like the three pour? They're like
Yeah,
1, 2,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Or they have wee pours where we ball in it. Once it's given out a certain amount, it stops. It's like a reload to get a double.
I
They're
was
bigger than
I was
ours, aren't
ordering
they?
mojitos in Spain when I was over there, and like me and my missus were sitting on the beach, just like one drink, and we were just woo, just fucking that's it, gone. Just
Yeah.
fucking.
Too cheap.
I remember just spending like €10 in a bar drinking that, drinking the whiskey. And they only put one ice cube in it. Like I just drink it with ice, like JD and ice, and they were just putting one ice cube in it, and half a glass of whiskey, and I spent €10 and went home and just threw up everywhere. Do you know? Like, didn't
Understandable.
even realise how drunk I was getting from drinking it, and I must have only had like 3 or 4 glasses, but that must have equated to like more than a half bottle of whiskey. Do you
Also,
know what I mean?
JD's bourbon. I love that you're trying to classy that up. I'd be like, it's definitely whiskey.
It's just I
it's
suppose
cheap.
It is sugar with alcohol, sir. No wonder you poked everywhere. You're probably diabetic.
That's all I drink.
Are you
bourbon,
diabetic?
Nope. I am fit as a horse, right?
a dead horse.
What happened was actually, here's the story: is I would have drank anything for a long time, and then one time we
Piss,
had
jizz,
a gig, and I drank a litre of rum raw out of the bottle, and I
on
threw up
stage?
on stage, and I threw up
Passing.
for 16 hours straight, right, until there was nothing left. And
What's
then
after bile?
blood?
Is it?
Nothing.
Lots of blood. No, lots and lots of blood. I threw
Blood
up
after
about 4 pints of blood, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm dying then.
What's after
I'll just,
blood?
I'll just curl here up in the bathroom and die, you know. And then eventually someone talked me round to going to the hospital. I ended up having to get like cameras down me and fucking all that sort of
And
crack,
up them.
and up me at the same time.
You
Down
sure
your
this wasn't
throat.
battery acid and bleach?
Spit my arse. I swear to fuck, mate,
Spit
right?
roasted by cameras.
And they said what it did was that it threw up so much that your stomach's lined with veins, and they all twisted and bust, and that's where all the blood came from my veins. And they were just like, you can never drink again or eat anything acidic.
Except
go home.
JD.
No. And then for a good 2 years after that, if I drank anything, the next day I'd be throwing up
or
all day.
Anytime you had a fucking pizza.
You know what I mean? I would have been throwing up for about 2 years, and then eventually it just sort of went away, and now I can drink Jack Daniels all I want. I drink 10 glass in a night, I'll be fine. But if I drink
that's
beer,
not fucking drinking. That's a
I'm
trap and
fucked.
saw.
I'm telling you, that's what happened to me.
I want to play a game. Can you drink a liter of rum? You're like, oh fuck, I'll try. I'll give it a go.
It was bad, like it was really bad.
So
like.
JD's the thing that doesn't murder you. What do
So
you
this
all?
is the only thing now I can drink.
What do you all drink? What's yours?
We're both IPAs.
We drink IPAs, but
we're
like,
right.
they wreck a stomach out you too, like.
IPAs.
I haven't drunk properly in about a year, to be honest. Like the last time I drank properly, I ended up in a fucking prison cell.
So he's not allowed to drink.
That's
Well,
me.
you're too busy to be fair. Was it Prison Island in Belfast? You playing the big games? You fucking wish. Castle Arrestation.
Belfast. I was just fucking.
You drive.
He came up to
we're
fucking get me in the
craft
morning.
This was funny though. He was like, it was his missus's birthday party.
Hang on, before we
Oh,
start
no.
that, what do you drink yourself with?
Anything.
Anything?
I'm a beer and whiskey man, but I'm with you boys. I
Would you
worked,
actually go for IPA? Yeah.
yeah, I worked at a craft beer bar in New Zealand, which was the first time I figured you could just make your own beer, which is unreal.
Yeah,
There's a mate of mine called Sean O'Neill. He has a brilliant podcast called Cans Across the World.
class.
Get on that. Get on to him. He'll come down here and fucking
All
drink
right,
it.
yeah.
Shout out
So
Sean
he does
O'Neill.
that. Sean, what's happening? He does that where I'd be on with him and you just bring a new beer and we do a review. So it's nice. I dropped
think
a
I've
wee
seen
box of beer
something
the other night.
Like that, it wasn't. I don't think it was used, like, but I think I've seen something like that.
Yeah.
Because I have a beer tasting show at the end of the month.
Right, we're coming to that.
Yeah.
Well, Gareth would
Balaclavas and all.
fucking love that
Yeah,
shit.
please.
Beer tasting with comedians. It's good fun. We're doing
Shit.
Kinniger beer this time.
Class.
The last ones we did was in the
We
Deer's
drank
Head.
them all. Like, but the thing
Yeah,
is,
fuck me,
with-
it's so good.
I
don't.
it was an acquired taste. Like an IPA can be very
Yeah, I
strong.
hated it at first. It was horrible at first.
My mate was actually making round here. He was just making them in a shed, and I would come round and we would just produce some music together. And he would go, "Taste that." I'm like, "Oh fuck, man, no, that's shit. What is that?" And then it would just sit there, and I would just drink away at it, and I would just notice that I would be blocked on like half a glass, and I'm like, holy fuck, what is this? It's just IPA, or it's a dipper or it's a tripper.
And one mojito, I think you're just lightweight.
No, it's just, I mean, this stuff, it's something like I like beer, but but I like being drunk too, but I don't like drinking a lot of fucking beer. So you just get 3 or 4 of them, and that's you.
You're drunk.
Yeah, doing that though. Whenever we were growing up here, there's like limited options what you're gonna booze. So whenever you get to a certain age and your tastes change and all that sort of stuff. Like I drink fucking Smilks because I'm actually 65, right? I drink that, and then but when I was away abroad, you're trying all this stuff people are making. It's fucking lovely, but your tastes do change. And people over here drink fucking Carlsberg and Hart, which is just water.
It is
Do you know
Carlsberg.
what I
I
mean?
drank that
So
for
when
a
you
lot.
get
Like, it is
when you
just
get like a
water,
beer, you go, fuck me, this has got
So-
flavors in it.
Our
What-
mum and dad.
What would be one of the
Fucking-
worst drinks you've ever drunk, like as a kid or something? Like
They just turned you off
for
it
me,
then
it was
for life.
Frosty Jacks. Frosty Jacks was like
All of them
3
good?
liters of Frosty.
Cider in general.
Cider can be dangerous. I never really did. Never really did too much of the street drinking. I didn't start drinking until I was about 17, 18, and I was playing the
right,
band. I was
fuck.
like, well, I have to be sober.
We were
to play
11 or
drums.
something.
So
You have to be sober to play drums. Jeez.
I know. Do you know what?
Never had a sober drummer in my life.
There is actually something that because I think it's happening if you drink a spirit like yourself, man. You hit the rum, and that is what fucked you up. Southern Comfort. I used to drink Southern Comfort lime cordial, like
no
raw lime
way,
cordial,
like-
when I was like 18.
Very
And I think I
That's
got
fucking sugared alcohol.
I think I got a sweeter. I think I got a sicker off
Jesus
that, and then
fucking Christ.
You know what it was? If I go into a bar and I get the smell of it, it's some sort of like traumatic memory of just poking in a bush somewhere. So I'm like,
I hate that.
I fucking hate that. Cider
It's the
gives me
worst
that.
nostalgia.
It's
like,
Buckfast for me. Like Buckfast is the worst.
did you drink it before?
Yes.
No, as in, like you've obviously got some sort of horrendous hangover.
like I drank I have a friend who drinks it and he loves it. Like he got like 5 bottles of it in one night. I drank like 3 of them, and I drank the other one. I drank one of them, and I threw up. Yeah.
What did
tell
you
you,
break your leg
horrible.
on? What did you break your leg on?
Myself.
broke his leg on a skateboard.
No, it wasn't a skateboard, was
He
it?
broke
Well,
his leg.
depends on
when
what
he
time. I
blocked-
broke my leg 3 times.
Have you?
Yeah.
We
At
broke
the
it.
time you were steaming.
First
The time
I-
it was blocked. The other time was blocked. The other time
We broke it.
he broke it. Yeah.
So you broke it twice under your own steam, and you
Yeah.
just broke his leg the next time.
So the first
didn't
time,
need to, like-
the first time we were round in the park, and he was a wee kid. We were wee kids as well. Like, but
we
he
were
was,
a wee bit older than Martin, so we're like,
So what was my?
I had a skateboard, and we just he didn't want to
Look,
go down.
tell it the way
He
it
didn't
is.
wanna
You
go
just
down the
fucking strapped
slide.
into the skateboard
On
and pushed it down the
skateboard,
slide.
we pushed him down the slide,
And you just broke his leg.
And when he got to the bottom of the slide, there's a wee rubber bit that
Yeah,
his
it's sort of-
leg
yeah.
just kind of
Caught.
caught.
Yeah.
Fucking.
but we
that
didn't
was
believe
it.
me. He's like, "Oh, broke my leg." He's like,
We
"Fuck
made
up,
him walk
get up,
home. We were
walk
like,
home."
get the fuck
Yeah.
home.
Angled the wrong way. Yeah, my face. What the fuck?
Hanging around his head, just put it back down.
Fucking
Oh, God.
carry
Poor
me
wee
home,
child was fucking walking home with a broken leg.
Oh.
So that happened when you were a
Literally
kid.
fucking
And then what were we
broken
doing when
leg.
you were drunk?
Oh Jesus! What wasn't I doing when I was drunk? Fucking going mad I was, fighting everyone. The friend fucking picked me up off the ground. I like flew down the hill and I pissed myself.
You didn't need to tell that part.
It wasn't important to the story, but I like the attention to detail.
Details are important.
You have to get the details.
And I slipped on the piss. See, that was important.
He picked me up and tried to choke him out when he picked me up, and he literally just threw me down and like whacked my leg. I must have like fucking whacked my leg off the ground, probably like hit it myself too, and it broke my ankle in 3 places. So
Your ankle.
So,
my
it's not
ankle or
your
leg, I
Good
don't know.
night.
I don't know if ankle. I'm not like in 3 places, and it's still fucked. It's not actually
Buck fast on that, do you then?
see, that's
No,
the
no, that was a
hangover that you
different
don't
time.
want. Like,
That was
do
another one.
you know what I mean? Like, there's hangovers
was,
and there's hangovers
whiskey,
waking
this
up with like
one.
broken
Yeah.
bones or
I
something.
tell you, one of the
Do you
worst
know what I mean?
hangovers I ever had was I woke up my mum's kitchen floor with no teeth and sick everywhere,
Yeah,
pissed
Jesus.
myself. The cat was just comforting me a wee bit, and that was a 10 glass of Buckfast and a half bottle of Jack Daniels just knocked into me before 8 o'clock, before going to the bar, and I blacked out. Obviously, had a lot more drink in the bar, and I was running after one of my friends and fell and smashed my teeth on a curb. So.
The
I was-
American
I was
history.
a
American
little-
history next
It was
himself.
a
Like,
lovely fucking hangover for me.
Yeah,
Like,
Jesus.
I just got up by 4 o'clock in the morning, went upstairs, and when I realised the state of my face, I just started screaming like, "What the fuck is it?" My mum came out and said like, "Oh, who the fuck hit me? Who the fuck bit the fuck out of me?" I was like, "No, you fell."
You beat the fuck out of yourself, son.
you do that.
Would have been ironic if it was men in balaclavas. As you said. But no, I've done that. My 2 front teeth, one of them is like half it's fake because I fell off a fucking slide when I was a kid.
Oh, fuck.
But it's all right. I broke the fall using my face.
Yeah.
How'd you do?
I busted
How'd
out
you
half a tooth, and then the other one, there's a chip out of that one because I got hit in the face with football. But weirdly enough, as somebody who's played like hurling, football, rugby most of my life, I have no broken bones.
Fuck.
I am a big old culture though, and I drink a lot of milk, so I'm hoping that's
We're
fucking
current
good
today.
idea.
Good
Good
idea.
idea.
absolutely fucking. But
Jake.
nothing as of yet. It's coming. That's why I was like, I'm going to retire
I'm the
before I
same.
properly fuck myself up.
Yeah, I've never
so many
broke anything
bones.
either.
Broke that arm.
And like
3
some of the mad
times.
shit you do as a kid, I'm surprised I didn't. You know what I mean?
What is with the hat trick of breaking things? You've done the arm 3 times. You've done the leg. You're.
He's fucking
I'm
Wolverine.
break
He's
free.
actually played
I'm
this
break
arm.
free.
He's
This
break free.
fucking once. I broke
I want to.
that ankle probably 3 times. This ankle probably 3 times. What the fuck do you call that with your leg?
That's your name, it.
You broke your
Tore
banjo
ligaments.
string.
Your femur or something?
Tore ligaments trying to be
Did he?
Spider-Man.
Was that not
Broke his
the other
banjo
boy?
string.
Oh, broke my banjo string.
That sounds like the worst of all.
Yeah, that was the first one. Yeah.
Snap
Probably the
like,
longest healing time.
Had it in
yeah,
a
that thing
cast and all.
snap like.
I broke the worst.
That was the bloodiest time.
The only,
definitely.
probably not the only bone that I never want to break, but like one of the bones, my cousin broke his collarbone, and I was like, I would hate to break that bone, but then a couple years later I did. I snapped it in half.
Yeah.
I was a rollerblader, a fruit biter as they
Fruit
call it,
baiter.
You-
and
Oh,
I was just doing like a fucking trying to like jump off a wall, and I just jumped off it at the wrong angle. And I just heard just a wee snap on my ear. And it's like
Same noise, David.
I love that you were like,
Snapped
how
his
can I
banjo
make
string.
parkour more dangerous? Give me wheels.
Yeah,
No, I've seen that on football pitches. Somebody whenever they get a collarbone broke, until they sort of reset it or pull it out, it looks like there's a fucking dent in you.
Oh, there is a dent in
Yeah,
me.
it's just like your fucking chest just goes like that.
Yeah, the doctor just told me, oh, there's nothing we can do. Just put a sling on and it'll set like it broke like that. It'll set like that.
Actually,
Fuck
The only thing I've
fuck
done,
them doctors.
yeah, I bruised my ribs where if you sneeze for about 4 weeks after that, you're just like, oh no, here it comes.
Blow a lung out your fucking
It feels like
side.
you've been stabbed.
You
You're just
can't,
like,
you can't laugh. Fuck.
I laughing's a bastard too. I hurt myself playing football over an art glass where this boy found me and fell. I sort of fell onto the ball and basically punched myself in the ribs.
Oh, fuck.
So although I didn't break my ribs, I was just like, that's not good.
Nope.
I'm playing on, but it was one of those ones where I played the rest of the match, and as soon as the adrenaline stops,
I
I was
heard
like, I'm actually in incredible pain here.
Yeah.
This is fucking awful.
I was
I'm in
kicked.
tremendous pain, Ted.
Yeah.
I was kicked. I was like gored on the balls.
Gored on
and like
the
a
balls?
football
Gored on the balls?
somewhere near here, but I felt it in my balls, and it was so much pain. I went to the doctor, and she didn't even fucking do anything.
Didn't feel your balls.
She
for you,
didn't.
no?
She just goes. There's
She's
the
not paying
strongest.
He never even get hit. He was just
Here's
going
the
to get his
strongest
fucking balls up.
painkillers that you can take. There you go. And my mum was like, "You're not taking these. These are fucking. These will kill you."
Yeah, tramadol.
It's fucking
Oh, don't
ketamine.
even start
Yeah.
with tramadol.
Bit of Oxycontin in there.
Tramadol never
Hillbilly
agreed with me,
heroin
like.
for the
Yeah,
balls.
just
Fuck
pure.
that.
I love when you say I got gored as well. I was like, fucking man's at Pamplona at the running of the bulls.
Go,
Release the
Toto,
bulls.
Toto.
Fuck that.
Yeah, it's
No,
fucking
no,
mad, like.
injuries can be horrific. I've seen some horrific injuries, but thankfully not been.
I can't deal with broken bone. I can see anybody get hurt. But see when they break a bone,
Oh, Jesus.
I can't watch it.
No,
like.
it's for
Oh,
me. It's
then
like
UFC
piercing
highlight reels.
flesh.
You're just
Oh,
like, just you
yeah.
vomiting the bucket and everyone else going, hey.
I all I do is watch UFC, so I'm just
Yeah,
broken bones, like.
desensitized to it.
Yeah.
But to be fair, there's
It's the
only
leg
ever
kicks they
been
break all the time, isn't it?
no. There's actually only ever been 3 in the whole history of the UFC from a leg kick. There's
So
only been
McGregor, who's the other one?
McGregor, Anderson Silva, and Chris Weidman.
Anderson Silva's the one I've seen. I haven't seen the other
And
one.
Chris Weidman as well. They're the only 3.
Is that just the force behind their own kick breaks their own
kick,
leg?
yeah, because they've kicked in the wrong spot in somebody else's leg, like they've kicked the knee or whatever, where it's too hard.
Yeah.
and it's just it's wrapped.
Leg check or kick, what if it
Leg check
Yeah.
for Chris Weidman and Anderson Silva. And weirdly, Anderson Silva broke his leg kicking Chris Weidman. And then years later, Chris Weidman broke his leg kicking someone else.
I think like a leg.
So he
is
did.
one
Keep
of
it
the
going like a wee
worst
break
places
kick,
to
like-
put it.
Like a wee
It
fucking
just seems
cycle of
like-
leg kicks.
Seems like one of the places that just won't heal.
Apparently,
as
you're
quick
never
or
the
whatever,
same
you know.
after that one. Like,
Aye,
you know.
fuck
The grimness of that is obviously when the guy kicks the person and then your body doesn't send the signal to your brain quick enough to say that's broken, you're in incredible
Yeah,
pain,
you
and
know.
to try and stand.
And McGregor
And then you're like,
stood back like and just fucking just
Yeah, for a second.
Look like a
Not
flash,
wrong.
like bird or
Class.
something.
Yeah.
class, like
Pretty
Ones
just over
are
the
bad,
bucket.
like, but
Really
like there's,
funny,
there-
like.
there's one where like I think it's new, it's fairly new. They actually
Oh, yeah, he breaks his femur.
Watch out, didn't you?
He breaks his. That's the worst break.
this
Like
part,
That's a
and it's,
bad one, like-
dangling down, yeah.
Yeah.
that's bad. Like.
That is like I've watched like
Jesus.
a lot of ambulance sort of thing, like casualty things and stuff, and they say like when you break your femur, especially if it's outside, if it breaks skin, you might lose a leg. Like
Yeah, sure.
9
Marvin
times out of
Herbert,
10, you're losing your leg. 'cause it'll
Fortunately, he
get
didn't
affected.
lose it. Like,
cheerman
just-
Marvin Herbert, he
recovered.
was shot in the femur,
Yeah.
and twice I think it was, and shattered his whole femur. And he said he didn't bleed. He didn't
Jeez.
bleed from it. They just took him to the hospital, and it all healed up. And he's alright.
Right.
He's just got bone missing now.
Is he fucking the guy out of Jesse Ventura and Predator? Ain't got time to bleed.
Pretty much, like he's just like a guy who does podcasts. He's very interesting. Like,
You
I
ever
advise
see him? He's
anyone to
got like
listen to
one
him.
eye. He's like
He's shot in the eye as well. Didn't bleed.
Five times. He was shot 5 times at the
And he
same time.
survived,
Survived it. 1 in the eye, 1 here, and then 3 in the leg.
5 different times or up?
At once.
5 bullets at
At
the same
once.
time?
At 5 bullets.
What
at
did he
the
do?
same
Who did he
time.
piss off?
He's a
It was just
gangster
like a
or
London
something.
gangster sort of thing, you know.
Okay.
And he was just in that life, and that happened to him.
Yeah.
And he survived.
What do
you
you,
know.
what do you do now? You're not at people that happen to murder you.
Podcast.
I did a podcast, boy.
But it's very interesting. Advise you watch him.
Yeah,
It is cool. Like.
Quite mad. Look.
Uh-huh.
He might be coming on this podcast.
Oh,
Maybe.
yeah?
Yeah.
We've been in
Hopefully
talks to
so.
him, like, but don't know.
Celebrity guest.
Say no.
That'll be awkward. You're going to have to keep turning his head to see us. Why am I slagging him on who is involved in fucking gangs? Why?
That's funny, man. That's funny.
Yeah.
Come over here, Marvin.
Yeah.
No, I think he'd take the joke like alright. You know what I mean? He's like
Yeah,
one of the
just
people who
don't fucking tell him
completely
where to
turned their life around.
He seems chill. Like.
Yeah.
He seems like a very happy man for somebody
Chill as
that
fuck, yeah.
attempted the murder.
London gangster.
Seems
fucking-
chill.
At
Seems
the end,
alright.
at the end of every month, he does like a 27-hour
Workout, doesn't he?
workout, non-stop. like a marathon workout where he live streams it on Instagram.
Here, Martin, lad, I was only joking when I fucking said that.
Like
I'm good. He's fit enough to chase me too.
I woke up one morning and it was like he was in R22 doing like fucking squat fucking thrusts up fucking
Queens.
just fucking
That's mad. Like,
he's nuts.
that's
Like
mad.
yeah.
Fair play. And also terrifying.
He's actually fucking a good boxer, better than he was before he lost his eye
Right.
Right.
for whatever reason.
I'm just thinking of Rocky 3 where he's fucking Apollo Creed slapping him because he's on the blind side.
How does his depth perception work? You know?
Apparently, whatever way there's a video of him explaining it where he's figured out his range, having one eye, and it's like it's even easier for him to get into range without you knowing now, for whatever trick he's learnt from having
One of the
eye.
scariest things that a boxer told me when we were doing when you're doing like comedians boxing, we're not fucking boxers. We're just trying to get fit enough to last the 3 rounds.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
When you're actually talking to a real boxer and you're going, so yeah, punch the guy in the face, and he's like, you're not aiming for the person's face, you're aiming to punch about 4 inches out the back of their head, and you're like, right? And I'm like, so if you connect with that, you're going to put my fucking nose out the back of my head. There's nothing scarier than training. Watch some of his knockout videos. Paddy McCrory, who is a boxer from Belfast, the nicest man I've ever met in my life. And then you watch his knockout videos, and I'm like, I'd never annoy that man.
No.
We're in the ring with
As
him.
a normal person, like, you can't go up.
Yeah.
and
Absolutely
Fuck
not.
that,
I'm
like,
standing there with the gloves on, and Paddy's just like, just try and hit me. And I was like, no. But he's like, you'll be fine.
I don't wanna.
He's like, I'm going to show you. He says, I'll duck and weave, and I'll show you sort of where you're leaving yourself open, that sort of thing. And he does this terrifying thing where you swing a punch. Paddy gets out of it's like the fucking Matrix. He's like, aye, on you go, son. And then he will show you where you're going to be open for a person to punch you back.
Yeah.
But he can stop his punch. So he's stopping his fucking hand there to be like, there's where you're open, and I'm just like, you pissed myself, didn't tell anybody. Yeah, it's just like, this is terrifying, but thanks very much.
Fuck that. It's a whole
I was watching
different
that
game, like, isn't it?
fucking
Like,
guy, I don't know him, like, but like a YouTuber or whatever fighting Sean Strickland. Just a wee.
aye, Sneeko.
Aye.
A Sneeko, yeah, fuck
But
that guy. Yeah.
Sean was just not doing anything for like the whole 5 minutes or whatever until the last fucking 2 seconds.
Battered the fuck out of
Battered
him.
him, like, but I think he went a wee bit too hard on him there. Like,
Yeah, he did.
I was like,
But then
holy
he told
fuck,
him
Sean,
after,
like,
you
why
should have
is that-
dropped. He just said you should have dropped. I would have stopped.
Yeah.
Oh, my mate sent me that day. Is that
Yeah, I
everybody
heard it,
throwing
like,
towels in the ring and he just keeps beating this guy up?
Yeah. And
What was that for? Was that a guy trolling him or
No, just sparring.
Yeah, I think-
Sneeko's like an influencer or something.
Aye.
He's not
Okay.
a prick, to be honest.
It would be like a right wing sort of like, influencer, like sort of like Andrew Tate kind of guy.
But no, he tries to be. He tries to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's actually full of shit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He really is full of
This
shit. I
guy
don't like
thinks
him at all.
marriage are called clips.
But here, fair play.
This guy thinks
I
marriage
was
are
going to
called
say
clips.
fair play to him. I don't know.
Well, it is, isn't it?
Well, fair play to him for stepping into the ring and having a wee.
Fair play, Sneeko
crack.
song.
Oh,
But,
Go on,
obviously
Sneeko.
Sean's not going to fucking try, like, obviously, like.
He wasn't going full hard, but he fucking hit him hard. Like,
Aye, at the end, I mean, like.
yeah.
Never go
he
full
didn't
hard.
Try the whole
Never go full hard.
Never go full hard like Drake. Never go full hard.
I don't think he can get full hard. It's too big. Not enough blood.
It's fucking sad.
I just like, get lead here, baby.
That's him on the bed. He was standing up before that shot and he just
you
fell
ain't
back on the
finished
bed,
it,
passed out.
Oh fuck. He just let girls suck his dick when he's unconscious. How was it?
How was it for you?
Oh fuck's sake.
Brilliant.
No, but we
So
have,
who's your favourite drummer?
my favourite drummer is a guy called Josh Freeze. He currently plays for the Foo Fighters.
Right.
But Josh Freeze has played for fucking
He's
everybody.
like a session sort of
He's a
guy.
session. So
Right.
I first got into stuff because he played for the Vandals, which was a punk band I was big into.
Oh, yes. I remember
But then also, whenever you look at his CV, so he's played for the Vandals. Do you remember A Perfect Circle?
Hurdle.
Which was like the side project for Tool.
Yeah.
He did
That's
it.
right. Yeah,
And then you
class.
go, oh, those are two like
Fucking
very
old
conflicting
school.
styles.
Yeah.
He's also done studio session work for like Britney Spears.
Right.
Nice.
So he will do, he can fucking play anything.
Yeah. Well, sure. I mean, your man.
Perfect Circle, I'm sure that was some crazy drumming, like.
Yeah, mad stuff. But he's just unreal, and now watching him do the Foo Fighter stuff, I was like, fuck, he's good.
Yeah.
Like. But he was always brilliant. I always thought he was class, even just doing
I
the
couldn't
punk
picture
stuff.
him though. I definitely haven't.
Oh yeah, his brother Jason Freeze is the other guitar player in Green Day as well. They're like a musical family.
Ah.
Sweet.
But no, Josh Freeze is fucking. So he's probably
I'll
my
check him
favorite
out.
drummer. Or weird enough, actually, somebody who was like an influence on me when I was like 17 when I was only started playing. I get chatting on Instagram. Do you remember Steve Jocks used to play drums for Sum 41?
Yes.
He's been out of the band for like 15 years.
That's right. Yeah.
But he only got on Instagram, and
Fuck.
I like fucking quoted something because he had put up a video and he matched it. Be like, thanks very much. And I was just like,
Fucking right.
Fuck, there you go. That's amazing.
about 50,000 followers.
Thanks
I'm
very
not
much.
helping you get followed here. About 3,000.
Love Sum 41, like, loved them.
Yeah, so they're doing their last show in Dublin in June. So me and my mates going to that
Oh,
Very good.
because I saw them in the Old Point Depot in like 2003 was
Yeah.
one of our first gigs we went to.
Does This Look Infected is like probably top
That
10
was the
album
tour.
for me. I fucking love Does It.
At that time of life, you
Yeah,
know,
it
when
just means
nothing
a lot to
mattered,
me.
like, yeah.
I saw them in 2002 in Edinburgh, and the opening bands were Sugar Cult and a band I'd never heard of called Biffy Clyro.
Oh, fuck
I
shit.
think they were the first band on in like Edinburgh at
That's class.
7. We're like, who the fuck are these lads?
No, they're from there, aren't they?
You got
Yeah.
really big in it, Biffy, didn't you? Like?
I did,
Yeah.
I did.
Did you go to the gig last year with Architects in Belfast?
Oh no, I don't listen to them anymore. Like,
You
Listen-
don't?
No, I don't.
They are
really.
still good, like, though.
No,
I
they
still
are
like
still good. It's just I have a very weird style of music these days. Listen to very obscure stuff.
What are you
Drake,
into?
Drake with his
Listens to
cock out.
Drake with his
SpongeBob
cock
music.
out, like, mostly.
Are you a hipster?
SpongeBob
Strictly
music.
AI SpongeBob songs.
Yeah, what the fuck is that all about?
what is that? Explain to the viewers at home.
Because Darren knows, like, but explain to you or something.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes there's people saying obscure band. I'm like, I fucking like that stuff. Yeah, that's good.
No, so it's a guy called, like, he's created every character out of SpongeBob has a different rap name and their own career, right? And they're all on Spotify, and then they all collaborate with each other and make wee SpongeBob songs about Bikini Bottom.
Is this like the
And I
Sims?
like it. No, it's
Is it
not
dream-
like
is
the
it a dream
Sims.
you had?
It's not like the Sims.
Some of the songs are that
They're
good
actually
that you
good.
kind of wish it wasn't SpongeBob singing.
Yeah,
them.
the
No, that's what
Yeah,
makes it.
yeah,
That's what
yeah,
makes it
yeah.
better.
It's
SpongeBob's
like,
amazing.
it's like trap music. It's like real, real heavy sort of trap.
But that
rap.
being said, I also listen to
Oh,
classical
country and
rock
stuff.
and the Beatles and Led Zeppelin. I'll listen to, you know what I mean? I'll
Yeah.
listen to everything. Like,
Whatever's
but
going.
Biffy Clyro, I was just like hyper focus on something for a little bit. Do you know what I mean? So Biffy Clyro was a chapter that I listened to for a long time, and it's like I'll still have them somewhere on my playlist, but I'll not go and search for them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, you missed a good gig last year. They did the SSE and Architects with the opening band. It was great.
Architects are
Yeah,
good too. Like.
Did you go?
That was good fun. I did. Me and a
Yeah.
couple of mates went down, so it was good crack.
Can't get his name right now, but you're also into your man fucking.
Can't get his name right now. But also
Tyler,
into your
Tyler
band.
Cassidy. Shout out Tyler Cassidy.
Yeah,
Tyler Cassidy, keep it up, man.
Yeah, please keep doing what
Have
you're
you
doing,
ever
brother.
heard him? He's like a comedy sort of music. It's really
Not always,
like-
not always,
Yeah.
not always. He has some serious stuff
Does
too, but
it?
it's all like his serious stuff will be like just him in his bedroom playing piano with not really much production. Do you know what I mean? And then his funnier stuff's just comedy. You know what I mean?
Quite, but like
very
a lot
good.
of his music's kind of like in between serious and funny, so it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you're laughing and kind of like like getting goosebumps, you know.
Mm.
So
Did you ever have that? I mean, if everybody's sort of a bit musical or plays an instrument and stuff, is there ever arguments about what people are listening to, or do you just be like, here,
No,
check
we
that
all
out, and you're
know,
passing it
we
back
all
and
know the
forward?
crack.
Yeah,
Like we are
yeah.
all in tune to the same shit. Like
Yeah,
100%.
If you find
yeah.
something new, you're like, fuck,
Yeah,
show
well,
Darwin,
yeah,
and he
And
can
that's
show
what I mean.
him.
It doesn't matter about the genre. If one of these three send me a song, I'm gonna like it. I just know that I am. They'll know that I'll like it. You know, it wouldn't be sent if
Yeah.
it wouldn't. You know what I mean?
We're big Beatles
It's the same with
fanatics
kind
as
of
well.
anything.
oh, the new Beatles song
Yeah,
when
true,
it came out,
yeah.
was-
Yeah.
like I'm not joking.
I came.
I cried.
really cried.
I cried when it came. I don't know what you done.
The first time I listened to it, I just listened to it without the video,
Yeah.
and it was special. It was fucking class. Didn't cry. Yeah.
Didn't cry. Right? I swear to God,
But
didn't
then when I watched the video,
You're crying.
I did. I don't even know what I'd done. I cried or something, but it was like it was so emotional. Like,
Imploded.
Jesus
It is
Christ!
a
I was
lot.
like, "Fuck me."
Is this one of these ones like when an artist passes and they find a load of unreleased stuff, and
Yeah,
so the
yeah,
Beatles
yeah.
did that as well. They where they
Yeah,
John
just
so
Lennon
Paul-
found it.
so John Lennon had a song, and they initially worked on it in, I think, the late 80s, early 90s, with George Harrison and Ringo. They all got the.
I was going to say it wasn't fucking John Lennon.
No,
in the
no,
80s,
no,
but,
no, no.
Well, it might have been.
yeah.
Dug 'em
Take
up.
his death conspiracy theory. Let's get into that next. We're joking. We're joking.
So yeah, they were making a song, and they did release a song back then, which was, what the fuck was it? Fucking, it'll call me. But then this was another song. The song that was just released there was another one they were supposed to do back then, but they didn't have time. So then George passed away, and then there was Ringo and Paul. Then just sort of
Put it all together then.
Yeah, put the
and
reins.
released it this year.
released it. So
Yeah.
that's officially the last Beatles song, because all four of them are on it. Because George done some guitar parts and stuff back in the 90s.
Oh, so he had
So
he
there
had
is-
added
everybody
record
is
to it.
on it
Yeah.
before they died. Do you know what I mean?
That's why they didn't call it a Beatles. So yeah.
Well, that's
It's
pretty
quite
good.
special.
That's good. That's good nerdy stuff as opposed to that versus whenever when Dave Chappelle used to have that great sketch about, he was like 2 packs alive because he's releasing music every fucking 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Like,
He's
we
still
found
going,
another
like,
vault that you
yeah.
lying bastard.
Yeah.
But there are
That's not
actually did
Tupac.
that whenever Prince died. His place is at Asbury Park or whatever is like his big estate, where he used to just record albums and then go, nah, I'm not going to release it. So there's just a vault of music that like his estate owns. So if they really wanted to, they could just be releasing Prince songs forever and ever, because he would just record full albums and go, nah, I'm not digging it.
No.
And then just not
Ain't
release
digging
it because that's how
kind of
prolific
cool.
he was as a
That's kind of
songwriter.
cool, though. You know what I mean? To have that much material, to be able to do that, to be able to turn around and write a full album and be like, nah, fuck it, I'll just write normal.
Yeah, there is
Do you know
mad
what I mean?
stuff as well though that years ago you would have paid a fortune for. I remember there was like a box set came out, like a Nirvana thing.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Now Nirvana obviously had the couple of official albums, the B-sides, and then live album stuff. And they're like, oh, we found a load of albums, and then you're just like, these are actual him playing into a fucking tape recorder.
Yeah.
Like the sound quality is awful.
What was that song? Fucking Moist Vagina. I found. I was like, it was a Nirvana song. I was like, fucking listen out there. You were like, fuck off. It's not a Nirvana song. Like, but it was. I was fucking.
But it was. And
Moist vagina.
And did it make your vagina moist?
Why?
Speaking of Prince, Jake, you just bought a purple couch.
Yeah, that's right. Do tell.
Yeah.
Do tell about that.
I feel he's going to argue that it's not purple, it's mauve.
What kind of midlife crisis are you going through then?
Well,
Fuck, he painted his
Here's what we'll do.
fucking room purple.
I painted the room purple and black one time. Tell you why I got a purple sofa, right? Just happened to be purple, and I
you're a
got it. I got.
It's the new reception of a
Nobody
brothel.
knows that. But no, like it just happened to be purple. I got it off a family member.
Nice.
It just happens to be purple.
Does it
It's
go
not
to the
my
rest of the
fault,
room?
so go fuck yourself. No.
Jake
Makes
loves
the room look
purple.
terrible. But purple is my favourite colour. But
it's
it makes
black.
the room look
And
terrible.
you just
Right?
happen to be black too, yeah. So.
What has fucking that got to do with purple, mate?
Eddie Murphy loves purple. Prince loves
All them
purple.
fucking. I know.
Do you like purple?
Grapes.
Grapes
Producer
are
says
purple.
no.
Grapes are purple.
Well, you can get purple grapes, can you not? I eat them
They
purple
weren't
all the
grapes.
time.
They weren't grapes, mate.
Oh, well.
I don't know. Hemorrhoids?
No, grapes got,
No, they are. They are like those dark ones, like. But no, it just happened to be purple, and purple does happen to be my favourite colour. But it looks horrible in the room. But
Purple is one of the most.
it's the most
relaxing
comfortable
colours.
sofa I've ever fucking had in my life.
Yeah.
There you
It's
go,
amazing.
then who gives a fuck? You don't
It's
put a throw over it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's throws over it right now as we speak.
That's not too bad. Well, then, therefore, it doesn't matter. It's a purple couch. It's just that
So
big
shut the fuck up and don't bring it up again.
I was out of my
fucking
couch, fucking brought the trial in this podcast.
Fuck's sake.
I think no, I'm the decor thing. I'm terrible. I would do the same. I'd just be like, who gives a fuck? And
Yeah,
put
it's
something on top of
comfortable.
it.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
it matches the room.
Exactly.
Fuck up the laddie.
Exactly.
Who would be your influence in comedy? So let's say in NI, who do you think the best working comedian is now? And then we'll say
He has to say
just
himself, no?
in general.
Oh fuck no, not a chance. I'm attention seeking, but I'm also comedians are very self depreciating. There's a lot of self loathing. I'm not very good.
There
at
always is, like, isn't there?
That's okay.
Wonder why that
Absolutely.
is.
Best working comedian. Like everybody's fucking flat out, so it's really hard to say because everyone's so busy. I think because he's doing the arena gig. Probably Paddy, who I gig with, because he's
Yeah, just your
that man never stops.
personal preference, even.
Paddy
just
McDonald,
Yeah, Paddy's flat out. I'm doing
He is good,
the
like.
SSC Women again in October. He's doing a regional tour at the minute. He did 2 nights in the thing. He's over and back from England all the time, and fair play to him because the man he's
Putting the
a
work in.
family and a lot of kids, and
Aye,
getting that
yeah.
balance is he just doesn't stop. So
Yeah, that's sweet.
he's flat out. But we've loads of comedians that are doing very, very well. There's loads of massive podcasts. It's great. It's all hopefully
thriving.
it's that thing of the the rising tide lifting all boats. Like so,
Yeah,
we're all
it
getting
does.
a turn.
It seems to be like really. Everybody's flat out in Belfast. Like Belfast is thriving. Like for comedy, it's class. Yeah, it's like a.
Well, it's nice to see, like.
It's kind of like a wee bit of a revolution or something. It's I don't know. Like at the same time, all that stuff in Texas is going on. You know, like the comedy is just all.
Fucking Hinchcliffe.
Yeah, just.
Hinchcliffe.
It's good to get it out of places where traditionally you think of comedy, LA, New York, London.
Yeah, yeah.
So we're just like, well, yeah, you can actually just do it wherever you are.
Wherever you want, like.
You just need to build a like we had a sold out Newry Town Hall there last Saturday,
Aye.
which it's not. it's not fucking Madison Square Garden, but to put that in a town the size of Newry and to sell it out in like an hour and a half, I was like, yeah, fuck it.
Fucking
There you
right.
go.
Fucking right.
And the gig was brilliant, crack.
Sweet, like. Yeah, I
was
mean,
good.
for Northern Ireland, that's big, like. You know?
Oh yeah, to do those regional theatres and stuff. Some of them are fucking lovely too. And then say like a local comedian who, boys I was gigging with 10 years ago when we were gigging the fucking Four Men and the Dog in like Castledurg that are now doing arenas is absolute full credit to the boys.
We've played many gigs like that, like, as a band.
Oh, I've done loads of those. I
You just play to the other band at the gig.
played to the bar staff once.
Hence a litre of whiskey. Like.
Yeah. When they took their break when we
And
were
it's,
on.
and it's good crack, you know? You're just like, would I hear this song?
No, see, if you're, well, the difference is though, with a musician, you can just be ignored, whereas with comedy, you're like, I actually need somebody to fucking listen to this.
Yeah.
The test of this. I'm like,
If it's
is
any
this
good.
funny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very true.
But no. What have you, anybody ever considered doing stand up? Would you give it a go? You're
I
obviously
did.
natural entertainers.
I did stand up in 2011, maybe.
Like
when
your
the
fucking
pavilion,
lesson.
when
Yep.
the pavilion actually just started the open mic nights.
And the Globe was still open.
And the Globe, but back then I was doing like comedy songs, kind of like what Kieran Bartlett does.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't have a set, I didn't have a minute or anything. I was just doing comedy songs, and they were at best mediocre as fuck. They were just parodies of like famous songs.
Yeah.
Hey there, Big Lila.
Yeah, I turned that song into like, hey there, Big Lila, what's it like in Belfast City? With all this big shit. I can't even
Actually
remember.
quite funny, like,
they were funny-ish, but anyway, I went to the pavilion.
I left.
and they weren't set up for my stuff. They just had one mic, and then I was like, right, where do I place this? And I tried to place it in between the guitar and my voice.
And then you can hear neither.
You can hear neither, and then I place it up here. You can hear just the voice. I was like, "Fuck, this isn't working," and people just weren't, catching on to it. So I just put the guitar down and stood up and tried anything, and like the prize for the worst performance was a pint, and I bought a pint that night. So. Yeah.
And it'd be funny if you were just like
There
the
you go.
prize.
That's
The
nice.
prize for worst performance was a pint, and somebody got me 6.
I threw them round me.
Here, look, anybody who does it,
Ruined my night.
anybody who fucking does it, I say fair play to, because I know what it's like when people be laugh and be like, "Fuck him on, you load of shit." And I was like, "Have you ever done it?" Yeah.
So
No.
I quit.
Well, it's
So
the,
I would say-
it's the most fucking nerve wracking thing in the
I
world.
would
Up
say-
you go.
That's the thing. Like, even as like a band, right? It's easier as a band because there's 4 of us or whatever. But see, even like to go on stage by yourself,
Yeah.
and even talking comedy would be extremely difficult, I think. But even just for me to play a tune on a fucking stage would be difficult.
That's
for
what
me,
I done.
like,
I gravitated then, like that didn't work. That sort of put a bit of a. I mean, I was too young. I was naive, and I thought that's it. I'm shite, and I just went into music fully instead of But then we started a band, and funny enough, this is kind of like that because the band made it easier for me to like get on stage, and there's people around you, and
It grows your confidence too. Yeah.
It's kind of like what this is. If I was sitting here doing this myself, I think it would be a wee bit like fucking.
a wee bit more nervous.
Yeah,
and shit,
and it's kind of like a band. We're kind of like a band doing this here. It's
Some might
similar.
say a band of Brors.
Get the fuck out.
Press a button.
Thanks for coming.
I know you haven't spoke. You haven't spoke for 20 minutes. You just said to me like, "I fuck up, would you?"
That's there you go. He's just a negative one.
You're like the director's commentary in a DVD. This is terrible. Fucking terrible.
He's the mascot.
I don't know what we're
Staying in this fucking shot
The
here.
part where Jake is going to say something stupid.
Oh, that's okay. No, it's good to do because I had that experience of being in a band and playing to get you up. To
You were on
fucking do it.
stage.
You
and
were
you
on
had
stage.
that,
There was
so
a bit of an
that-
advantage.
You had the stage sort of thing. Yeah.
But then when you get up and then I go, "Fuck, I'm not sitting down. I'm not behind a kit."
Yeah.
You're by
And you realise
yourself.
that's a barrier. The same thing with
by
guitar.
yourself.
When you see people who are musicians and they take the guitar off, you're like,
Yeah.
"This is very bare."
Oh, I see.
I'm very fucking-
having that guitar, it makes you feel a wee bit more fucking,
Aye.
Protected.
It's your
Oh, aye,
shield.
like,
Like,
it's your
Does alright,
shield,
like.
yeah.
You know,
Anyone comes in, you just give him a full Keith Richards. Fuck.
hard about with it. If you feel a wee bit awkward on stage, just whatever. I don't know. It's
We're trying to
just
get
fucking-
Martin to play drums. We bought him a drum kit last year.
You cunt.
He hadn't even touched it.
For what? What did I get that? Was it even Christmas? It wasn't. It was just random time.
I know. I need to play. Fuck's it.
Is it
He
electric
just
kit or
keeps
acoustic?
playing his
Electric
banjo
one
string
just for the
instead.
No excuse. It's not like you're going to be annoying
No.
anybody in the house.
So we all play instruments, and we've been in a band together for like 10 years, and we want Martin to join it, because we've had like drummers on and off, and then
We've
sometimes we
had-
just don't even have drummers.
Oh,
Chris's brother playing our drums for
Yeah.
Bleep that.
for our old
Bleep that,
band.
don't
or
worry.
like, oh, bleep that.
We'll beep that. Don't worry. We'll beep all that. Yes, fucking idiots.
Now we'll play the circuits in Belfast and all. Like we're doing original stuff for a while. Like, but that was the sort of thing. Like comedy, you're sort of up and you want people to listen to you. when you're playing your original stuff, because we just play. Like in a band now that we just play covers, and people obviously love covers. You know, they'll be up
You get
dancing.
so much more
so,
work, like.
It's so easy. But when we were just playing our own original stuff, there was like 4 or 5 people, and they weren't you listen to, and you're like,
Those not all the
poured
time.
our heart and
We
soul
got a
into
few
this
times.
song.
Oh, not all.
Got a few wee
Yeah.
times now.
Definitely, there was a couple of gigs that people fucking loved it, like, you know.
Yeah.
And there was
But
plenty
that's
of
it, how you can tell like a good band. If you go see somebody and there's fucking 15 people, I've seen loads of punk gigs and stuff. It's like 15 people there. You're like, you can always tell a good band because they will play to 15 people like they're playing to 10,000.
Oh,
Just that
that's
energy.
what we
Like,
did,
fuck,
like,
these boys are
you
good.
have it in your mind that it's the
Yeah.
biggest concert of your
Yeah.
life. and
One of the
all.
best
4
bands
people.
we ever
Yeah,
came
yeah,
across,
yeah.
we were playing with, were a band called High.
Oh fuck, they were class. Have you ever heard of High?
No.
They're
Two
from here?
brothers.
They're
Two
from here?
brothers. One was called Ben, and one was called Jono or something.
There was a couple of songs of theirs I still listen to. Like
fucking class.
Yeah, they're very good, like,
They're in a band now. Funny enough, they're in a band now called Bror. BROR.
Are they?
Yeah.
You're joking.
Yeah.
crazy.
And
There you go.
so there's 2 brothers that make music together.
The other members left, didn't they?
I think so. But it was mainly them 2 that were doing the stuff anyway. Like.
It wasn't there like when they were high, there was 4 of them.
Aye, but I think
'Cause
it
there was
mainly
another guy
those 2 that-
singing and all.
Yeah, but those were the guys that were writing the songs and stuff.
I know, but it was still, you know what I mean?
If you want to hear an even better one, do you guys ever hear of the band The Four of Us? You know the song Mary? Have you heard that? It was a big hit in the 90s.
No.
The Four of Us is actually 2 brothers from Newry.
Right.
I was like, was there ever 4 of
That's
you?
pretty funny.
No.
No, just 2.
So the 4 of us was just 2 of them.
Class.
That's
Well, that was great.
There you
That's
go.
class.
They have guys who said it with them, but it's just like, what was there originally? They're like, nah, we just thought it'd be funny if it was just me and the brother.
The 4 of us. Where's the other
4 of
2?
us.
Oh, they'll be here in a minute.
Yeah. Actually, that was a new joke I told the other night in the town hall as well when
Yeah.
I was talking about, comedians asking, how do you say hello in Newry? And I was like, what the fuck are you on about? And then I realised that people don't say hello. And then I was going, oh yeah, so I told them how to say it. And you're like, well, how am I going to remember how to say hello in Newry? I was like, just remember who invented air travel? Who invented the airplane? Right, Bros. So that's it. You have to do the hand as well.
Right, bro.
But yeah, so yeah, 'cause people will say right, bro to you when they're saying, as in like, are you right? Are you okay?
That's
And then you
funny
have to
that
translate that and realize that we don't actually fucking speak English. In that
Funny
time.
that we differences. Like I remember, I've family up there and all. I remember when I went up there when I was a kid, and someone asked me to shift their mate, and I
Yes.
was just like, "What the fuck are you
Kiss
saying
the
to
man.
me?"
Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
Here, do you want me to put them in?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, what's
Like,
your
what the
final thoughts now? We've got the final
Well, I have
thought
a, I
of
have
the
a
day.
question. Who would be your, well, it's hard to pick one, like your biggest inspiration in
Comedy-wise?
in the whole world, like,
Oh,
Not
easy,
even
just because
just
I've
here,
watched it since a
just-
kid, Billy Connolly. Sounds very
Yeah.
stock standard,
But
but
that is
he's
like-
just the best at it.
Yeah.
But then you've got
Top
really
10 for me too. Like.
Yeah, really random stuff like when I was growing up, I loved Eddie Izzard, even though my stuff was nothing stylistically.
Yeah.
Like, I
He
can't
was
cross
class,
dress,
like,
terrible. And then Dave Allen, famous
Oh,
Irish comedian
yes,
from the 70s and
yeah.
80s.
Oh, Jesus
Because
Christ!
he used to do
He's got some class
like sitting down,
Aye.
and he's just a storyteller.
I couldn't
That
tell
was
you the
brilliant.
joke, but he had a joke about graveyard, like a funeral or something once that was fucking brilliant. But I couldn't tell you. Like, well,
Yes, Dave Allen. One of my favorite ones of his was where this guy dies and goes to heaven, and he's like, "Oh, I made it to heaven." And the guy's like, "Shh, keep your voice down." And, everyone's whispering in heaven. He's like, "What are you all whispering for?" He's like, "The Catholics think they're the only people here."
fuck's sake.
But yeah, that sort of stuff. So yeah, influence.
Yeah.
But then I've gigged with loads of people where there's some of the most amazing comedians I've ever seen. You're not going to see on TV, or
Yeah.
they're just fucking club comics. They're touring around the world and
they're
they're doing brilliant. And that's the thing. It's the same
Unheard
with
of.
music. Go see somebody you've never fucking heard of, and you'll be absolutely pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, that's very true.
It's great. Open yourself to a new
it's
genre.
good finding new fucking people.
Yeah.
Like this isn't necessarily new for me, but I'm on to Cap Williams at the moment. Like, and I
Yeah,
fucking,
he's big back. He's back
really
in a
into
big
it.
way.
Back, cat's back.
Well, here, that's the way to do it, man. Say something terribly controversial, and everyone will be go back rewatching your stuff. Going,
True, like, but he has
That's
been
great.
saying that for a long time. Like he's been saying that same shit for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just
Cocaine's a
people
hell of a
having
drug,
to
isn't
listen these days, huh?
listen.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug, but they know to do
I
that.
don't
where
think it is a
you
drug.
get on.
They just try-
I really enjoy there's something about comedians, this sort of sick thing where we love watching that dramatics because we're not involved in it in any way.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, cat, you tell him what's he on about. You know?
Well, it was amazing having you on, Darren.
problem. Thanks for having me
yeah,
down.
it was
The
fucking
first
pleasure.
guest in the new space, which hopefully looks kind of okay on camera.
So I can't see.
There's too much
Check
red.
out monitor.
There's too much red.
Yeah. I love that I pretend like there's a crew here. It's actually the dog's actually working that camera down there.
There's
You dog.
there's a fucking lot of boys back there. You just can't see them.
Yeah.
Have you anything to plug, Darren?
Anything to plug? Yes, I run the Sunflower Comedy Club on the last Sunday of every month, and this month there's beer tasting with comedians, which is on the Saturday night before, so we're doing like a full weekend.
Class.
Should be cool. I think there's only about 15 tickets left, so get 4, and then that'll be fucking. I've only got 9 left. That'll be
Do
cool.
they allow balaclavas in?
If you want,
We'll be there.
do what you want. That's okay. I don't think anyone will know who you are at the gig anyway. That's fine. If you want to just keep up the act.
But they will if we have the balaclavas then.
Do we
Definitely
know?
not you.
Do we know where the sign's from yet? No. shout out to whoever the fuck made
Whoever
that
the
sign.
fuck made that there.
Thank
Fucking
you.
lights in the back.
Good job, boys.
I've only just copped this. There's lights in the back of it. That's
So
amazing.
there we go. Thank you very much, Darren. It was a pleasure having you.
No problem. Boys. Cheers.
Good luck. Goodbye. Up Maz, up at
Are you
Daz.
finished plugging all your stuff? Are you anything else?
I think that'll do me for now.
All right, there we go. Martin, plug your asshole.
Been a pleasure.
He's had that butt plug in the whole time.
Yeah, you didn't even realize.
So leave the fucking cocksucking cheese where it is. This magic moment.